Moving these tables like a boss. Yeah.
All right, guys, so I'm about to head out because I'll be meeting with my team in about 20 or so minutes. So I'm gonna super quick go through what I've done since I've been here today and catch you guys up to speed. So as you guys seen in the sped up video, I sorted all the books in my library. So they're all right here up top, and then on the bottom, these are my actual kids book boxes. So this is where they'll have like their workbooks, their all block folder, and all that good stuff. I went ahead on my laptop, you guys see me do that too. I went ahead and made labels for my library so that way I can put them up top and they'll correspond with the books that are right below it. So far, I have Junie B. Jones, Judy Moody, Magic Treehouse, The 39 Clues, The Cul-de-sac Kids, The Magic School Bus, Bailey School Kids, and then just different literature classics. These are going to be those books like Tuck Everlasting, Percy Jackson, Harry Potter. Let's see what else I got under here. Charlotte's Web, Holes, One Crazy Summer. Just a whole bunch of like just books that are really good reads. And then on this side, this is kind of where it diverges from chapter book series into like just other types of books. So I have different Disney books and fantasy books, Pokemon, all that fun stuff. Books about habits of character, science-related books, social studies-related books, fictional stories. So this is where a lot of like the K through 2 type of books will fit in. I have some yearbooks that are personal to me, and then just some other miscellaneous chapter books where I didn't feel like I could put them in a series of their own. Like these books all have like at least 10 books in the series, whereas some of the books over here only have like 2 or 3. And so it wouldn't make sense to make a whole section for them if they only have 2 or 3 books. So I did that. I made library labels for them, so I'll print those off and I'll put them up next time I'm here. And then I'm actually thinking about something because I posted my last video today as I'm recording, and somebody put a comment about my place value posters and how much I said I didn't like them up here. And they said, what if you took this and moved it over here and then took the Accountable Talk posters that are all falling off the wall at the moment and put them up top? And I said, and you know what? That is actually a great idea. So I think I'm going to move those and swap them next time I'm here as well. And then I'll get into what I'll try to be planning for the first week of school. Again, it's only 2.5 days, so I'll have to work on what I want to do with that. Also, I'm going to start thinking about open house because that'll be coming up, and also our parent meeting, which will be coming up as well. So open house and parent meeting are 2 different things. I know some schools sometimes lump them together. Open house is basically the first time that parents get to meet me. This is where kids get to come to our classroom before the first day of school and kind of get acclimated with the area. This is the time where if they bought school supplies, they can come and drop it off, all that fun stuff. And I try to make it as seamless as possible. I don't have any papers that they need to fill out here. Everything that I need them to fill out, I'll send ahead of time in an email on a Google form, and I'll talk more about that in a later video. But the things that they get here are going to be papers that they just take home. This is going to be for you to read at your leisure. If you have any super pressing questions that you have to ask me about, this is the time. And it's just, just to see each other for the first time. And then we have our parent meeting, which happens about a week after the first week of school. And this is where we really get into the policies and procedures of our school, as well as the policies and procedures in our classroom. So they'll get a really in-depth look at what will be happening this year. And this is where I kind of stand up, have the big presentation, I just lecture. But that's what I'll be planning for. So for those 2 separate things. But I'm going to pause for right now because I really need to go. But I will see you guys the next time I'm here. What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, July the 23rd. I am back in my room today just for a little bit, not a long time. But I did come today because I have my library posters, not my library posters, I have my library labels printed out, laminated all that stuff. Also went ahead and printed out a couple of other things as well. I printed out some numbers for my students. I also printed out a couple of other things I can't really remember, but I'm gonna try to spray them today. I know it's super cloudy, but it's not raining, which is like, let's get them done. And it's also going to be raining all week long. So, I mean, it's not like I can just wait for the next time it's sunny, because it'll be this week. And I think part of next week too is supposed to just be like rainy. So it's really not a good time to do it. So I'll just go ahead and do it now. But once I get those sprayed down, once I get my library labels put on my bookshelf, I'm going to start looking at what to do as far as the first week, the first couple of days. So, I also need to take some stuff to the dump. So I'll be doing that as well. So I'm gonna put you guys down and I'm gonna get started. All right, guys, so I was able to get a couple of things accomplished today. Number one, I got my mailboxes in today, and so I got that put together. I also got the numbers for them inside there as well. I was going to put them on this side, but I put them on the right side just because there were some bolts that you could see from where I put them together. And so I didn't want that to show, so I just put the numbers there to cover it up. So there's that. I also did a couple of different posters and stuff. So as you can see, I put up the labels for my library. I just put some double-sided tape on the back of the papers, and then I just put it to the bookshelf, easy to pull off and easy to put back on. I went ahead and printed off my Habits of Characters posters for our EL curriculum. So we have integrity, compassion, responsibility, collaboration, respect, perseverance, initiative, empathy. I made patience because I think that's something that kids need to learn and know. And then service. So those will be down on the bottom of this board as we go through our 4 modules and as we learn each of those habits of character. Up here will be where my module vocabulary will go. And then over here is my academic vocabulary, which is for the entire school year. I also did my Kelley Bucks. So you can see right here, I have them for $1, $5, 10, 20, 50, 100. And I actually went to print them off, but I did not like how dark the money got on our photocopier. So what I am going to do instead is I'm going to print them off at home using my color ink. And I'm going to, actually, I need to change that Kelley Cash made it Kelley Bucks. But I'm going to just print them off in color like this, so that way the blacks are not as dark. The black color is not as dark on the money as they were when I printed them originally. So there's that. I also, quick sneak peek, got some stuff ready for open house. So let's start from left to right. So this is just a Meet Mr. Kelley page. It just talks a little bit about me, my education, my background, my favorites, all that kind of stuff. The second one right here is tips for parents to help your child succeed. So these are going to be things specific to my 3rd grade families. Here are things that you can do to make sure that you are helping your child have the best experience in 3rd grade. And it has a bunch of tips and tricks in it. So it talks about homework. It talks about accountability and responsibility. It gives them resources for our state assessment. So they have an opportunity to look at, this is what an assessment looks like. These are the type of questions that they have. You can try out sample questions and answers and see how you do on it. That way you kind of get an idea of how your kids will do on that assessment. So bunch of tips and tricks in that. And then that last one right there is just a welcome to third grade. So that's more like classroom specific, like here's our schedule, here's our class rules, here's how we do snack in our room, here's birthday, how we do birthday. So very like classroom specific. So I got those done as well. Also, if you look at the ceiling, I have my table numbers hung up starting from table 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you look down, you'll notice I also got their pencil pouches out. This is where they will be putting their supplies that they need in an instant. So anything like pencils, scissors, glue, crayons, login badge, all that stuff will be in their pencil pouch, and they just hang on these little hooks that I put underneath, and they just go in one of the little binder holes in the pencil pouch, and that's just how it sits when they're not needing it. So that's just to combat the messy desk situation. And then again, here are the book boxes back here that my kids will have access to. This is where they'll have like their student workbooks, their composition books, all that stuff they need. So yeah, that's what I've got so far. I was not able to switch these out just yet. I had a couple of visitors come in. We got to talking. I was visiting some other people. And then time just got the best of me, and then, stuff happens. But I am about to go to therapy, so I will catch you guys the next time I come up. What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, July the 24th. I am here today because I want to stay for a couple hours just to get some stuff done. I actually bought a couple of things before I came. A lot of them were wants, but some of them were needs. One need was this bad boy. So I had an old HP printer that I bought like in pre-COVID. And I had recently got a new laptop. I got a new MacBook Pro. And apparently my old printer is obsolete. It will not connect to any new computers, including my new computer. Every time I try to print something from my new computer, it prints off one page, and then every other page after that is blank, and then it just stops. And when I Googled why, it's just because it's an old printer and it won't update to anything. So I'm going to set this bad boy up today. I also brought from home all of my chart paper that I had that I bought last year and from summer school. I got some Asher Bites paper. I got some stuff to refill my gumball machine with. And just a couple other things. But the big reason I was here was to drop this stuff off. But I also, with my old laptop, because my old laptop will still print with that old printer, my old laptop, I printed out my Kelley Bucks. And I don't know if I told you guys yesterday, but I tried to print them off yesterday with these. And then I tried to print them on color paper. It was a hot mess. So that was a no. So I went home and I just printed them all in color. And look at how good these things look, y'all. So this is my $1 bill. And I printed off a ton of those. This is my $5. Let's see. Here are my $10. My $20. These are my $50. And the coveted $100. So I came here today to laminate all of those and get those just out the way and done. Also, I'm going to laminate a couple of anchor charts that I had made over the summer. You guys might have seen that in my quick update video last month, where I told you guys I was coming to third grade. I'll be laminating those. And then I'll be moving my place value and my accountable talk posters today as well. So a lot of stuff that will be going on today. Hopefully I won't stay too long because I just want to chill after like 2. So I'm gonna put you guys down. I'm gonna start setting up this printer, and then I'll start laminating a lot of stuff and fill you guys in on how the day goes. All right, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. It is July the 26th, and I've only been here for like 20 minutes, and I'm actually about to leave. There's just a couple of things, very small things I needed to do. I think the last time I was here was Wednesday, and I did a lot of time-lapse videos, but I didn't really check in with you guys afterwards, and I really am mad that I didn't because I have no clue what I did on Wednesday. So I'm just gonna kind of go around and see if I can remember the things that I've done and talk to you guys about that. So I changed out the border on this wall. If you remember before, it was the big, chunky, hooped looking, whatever, all the colors. I swapped it out for the polka dots to match the back wall right here, and I like that a lot. I don't know if I told you guys about this, but I got this, I think like Monday. And I went ahead and put out my bins. So this will be for daily folders where they turn in their folder every day. This is for lined paper, tissue, hand sanitizer, Clorox wipes, and then the turn-in bins where they'll turn in all their work when they're done with it. Back here, I did my library. I have my Habits of Character posters for my ELA curriculum. Up front, I switched out the place value posters and the accountable talk posters. So here's what the accountable talk posters look like. I actually like it a lot up there. Right here are discussion norms. These also came from my curriculum. So you can kind of see that. Pause if you want to read it. And then I swapped out that with my place value chart. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I still don't like that place value chart. Maybe it's just too big. Some of the numbers fell off, but I'm not worried about it. But I think I just don't like this. I think I just don't like the place value chart stuff, period. So I'll have to go back to the drawing board on that and kind of see what I want to do with that. But the biggest thing I did, and I think it adds no educational value whatsoever, but the thing I think I like the most is that I added LED lights on my front and my back board. So I have in the front board, it wraps all the way around. And the back board, it just goes on the side, goes over, and then goes back down. Because I don't know what was going on, but like the bottom portion, it wouldn't do certain colors like blue and green. And so I was like, whatever, I'll just cut the bottom part off because it's blocked by the shelves anyway. But I really like it because it has a smooth strobe, so it like just fades in from one color to the next. If I sit here, you can kind of tell how it faded from the green to the light blue, and now it's going to change to the dark blue. Then in a second, it'll change to purple. And it does that in the front and the back, so I like that a lot. I think this is the setting that I'll kind of leave it on the most when I have them turned on. And then also another thing that I really like that I did, and this is what I started on Wednesday. I took it home on Thursday and I was cutting a lot of it out, but I still had a couple that I needed to laminate. So that's why I came up here today, because I laminated and cut them out to get them done. But let me turn the camera around so you can see what I did. All right, so I know you guys have heard me talk about using Kelley Bucks, like a money system in my classroom. Last year I used tickets, and every 2 weeks I did a shop day where they could spend, 5 tickets on something, 10 tickets on something, 20 tickets on something, 30 tickets on something, 50 tickets on something, whatever. I think I'm going to keep that same thing, except I'll just swap out the tickets for money. And so here are my Kelley Bucks. Here's the $1, the $5, $10, 20, 50, and 100. And so I'm super excited to use these this year. I'm going to store them in that little black filing thing on my table in the middle drawer right there. I'll just have them all sitting there. That way it's easy access for me. I can just pull it out real quick and start just throwing them out. The first week, I really do plan on throwing out a ton of ones, just so that way we could get into the business of like, here's what they are, here's how you earn them. And then to also go ahead and start setting the expectation of what I, would like for how our classroom to run and stuff. When I see that stuff, just go ahead and throw it out for like the first couple of weeks, just so that way we get acclimated with, how things should be run in our room. So super excited about that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can remember. The only things I have now are going to be like open house, parent meeting stuff. I think I already showed you guys this, my meet the teacher paper, this welcome to third grade, which has some like classroom procedures, routines, stuff like that. And then this one is tips for parents to help your child succeed. These really help with not only like the academic work that is boosted in third grade, but also with our state testing that is super duper critical for our grade here in Tennessee. Because if they don't hit a certain level, then they have the potential of being retained. So that just kind of gives them some tips and stuff to be cognizant of throughout the year, things that they can like actively do to help their child do the best they can for the upcoming school year. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I don't have much else I want to talk about. I'm going to start packing up my stuff, and then I'll see you next week. So I guess this will be the last of the classroom setup series, and then the next video will focus heavily on open house and what I'll be doing the first week of school. I've kind of started planning the first couple of days. I'm not done with it. And I would like to have it all done before I show you guys, so that way I can make sure that it's cohesive, it flows, and all that kind of stuff. So that's it for now, and I'll see y'all in the next video.